Hi Famous here. Today I'll show you my latest Enclave plasma build and how far we can scale up the effectiveness of this build, especially for regular play. First I will show you the maximum potential of this build. The best legendary version is anti-armor with 50% critical damage and 25% less fast cost. The best mod is Calibrated Beta Wave Tuner for more critical damage and Aligned Flame Barrel and Reflex Sight to reduce the AP cost. Please note these buffs are overkill, you don't need them for regular play, but I chose to use these buffs for this showcase to make it fair, because all other videos here were using tons of buff too. Some of them even did it inside a public team so they got some more advantages. So yeah, here I have Bobblehead energy weapons, guns and bullets now for critical damage. And I have well-tuned for AP regen, I have company tea for more AP regeneration, I have mudfruit juice for more agility, agility boost from the chem item, I forgot the name, and then tattoo juice for max AP, so right now I have 560 AP on me, and then of course blight soup for more critical damage. And now let's begin. As usual, I took a pumpkin pie to down myself and get the revenant buff active, and then change back to unyielding armor. Use assaultron head to manage my radiation and use bloodfly syringer to tag the Wendigo, so when they die they will spawn bloodfly on them. So this one is purposefully just to maximize the adrenaline buff. So there will be 6 enemies here, so I will get 60% damage for 30 seconds. And here I will take liquid courage, hard lemonade and overdrive. And because of the hard lemonade, now I have 590 AP. 25.7 seconds without canned coffee. Okay, so here is the thing. I know there are a lot of weaknesses about this weapon. First, AP cost, and then non-stealth, and then the range, the maintenance, and it's hard to obtain actually. Either the basic weapon with correct mod or the flamer mods itself. And I'm sure there are some other things. So in this video I will explain how to tackle some of these weaknesses that will make this weapon even stronger than the ballistic weapons. So as usual I will show you my base perk setup. So in strength I have blocker to block 45% of melee damage. This is to prevent you getting one-shotted by those cave crickets. And in perception of course I have concentrated fire so we can target the head for headshot. And then I have all the rifleman perks, 3 of them for 60% additive damage. And I have maxed out tank killer to ignore the enemy's armor by 36%. Even if you're gonna use anti-armor weapon, it's still really strong. And in endurance I have rejuvenated rank 2, this is really good for AP regeneration. And then I have fireproof maxed out also, to prevent me getting killed by some random explosions and fire damage. It's really strong. And then I have maxed out Life Giver, because every HP matters to prevent you getting one-shotted by enemies. And in Charisma I have rank 3 Tenderizer. This is a 10% multiplicative damage because it applies buff to the enemies instead of your own damage. It's one of the best damage perks available right now. And in intelligence I have rank 3 gunsmith. I know this weapon is really bad in durability, so yeah, you need at least rank 3 gunsmith but it still breaks a lot. Because plasma cartridges are heavy, so at least you need to max out the batteries included also to reduce the ammo weight. And this is a bloated build, so I have nerd rage rank 3 for 20% additive damage and 15% AP regen, which is really nice because this build needs to maximize the AP regeneration. And in agility I have rank 3 dodgy, the best defensive perk available right now, especially if you're using unyielding armors. And born survivor, only one rank needed. And the reason I chose this card because in VATS I cannot use Stimpack, so it's good for emergency situation. And I have rank 3 Action Boy, obviously for AP regeneration. And in luck I have rank 3 Critical Savvy, so I can do criticals as much as possible. And start Genes to prevent my mutations getting removed accidentally. And then Class Freak, because adrenal reaction mutation reduce your max HP by 50, and I need that survivability, so yeah, Class Freak will not be a bad choice here. And I have better criticals for more critical multiplier. And then I have rank 1 Tormentor, which will cripple the enemies by a chance of 5%, instantly crippled. So in that case, instead of using the flamer, I will use plasma flamer with a line splitter on it. But you know, I was lucky to get the Enclave plasma version. You can do just fine with the normal plasma or with laser rifle. You don't need the Enclave plasma version for this. And you can see in this slow-mo clip, I can cripple her wing with just like 4 or 5 shots. However, since my character level is more than 1000, I have points to max out at least 6 legendary cards. Here I have Agility, Intelligence, Perception, Luck and Endurance legendary cards on me, maxed out, and of course follow through. This card is optional since it's not possible to maintain sneak with plasma weapons. So this card is only useful for boss speed kill to maximize the DPS. Other alternatives such as Ammo Factory, which is good for crafting ammo, and then taking one for the team. Because Plasma Flame range is really short, chances you are getting hit is really high, and it will give you buffs around 40% multiplicative damage. Also applies for your teammate. But personally I choose follow through. So here is how my final special looks like. The main things here are agility and luck. I have 15 agility even though I already have maxed out legendary agility. That way I have 20 base agility. And I also have 12 luck even though I already have maxed out legendary luck. And combine that with Shielder Raider Underarmor, it gives me 3 points of agility and 1 point of luck. And that's mean now I have 33 luck on me. And the 3 points of agility from the Raider Underarmor will increase my DPS indirectly. So with this special setup, combine that with legendary perks. This is my final setup for my daily run. In perception I have one more spare point, so I will put Green Thumb, because this is a food build. And in endurance, I will put some quality of life cards, such as Lead Belly, because I eat food and I don't want to get radiation each time I eat the food. And of course Radical for more carry weight. And the last one is Aqua Boy, so I can keep my radiation level stable most of the time. And in Charisma, I will put Strange in numbers, because every day I play in a public team, it will make Mutations stronger, which means more DPS. In Agility, I will put Escape Artist on it. I know this is a non-stealth build, but it's nice to have this card, especially in a condition where you need to stealth, such as in Decryption Daily Ops. And the next one, I will put Gunfu rank 1. I think this is pretty handy. And then of course a food build, and I don't use the grocer backpack, so I need through hiker. I sacrifice my adrenaline for through hiker because I feel like I don't need adrenaline at all, and I chose covert operative because you will see later my main weapon for regular play is not a plasma flamer. And in luck, obviously a food build, so it's good with salt. Alternatively, if you're not planning to use food buffs, you can choose Bloody Mass, or you can choose Grim Reaper Sprint, which is a nice source of AP, really suitable for plasma weaponry. They all have very high AP cost, but I personally choose good with salt so I can preserve my food longer. I've told you I don't have adrenaline perks on my final setup, but for my speedrun setup or my min-max setup, I have maxed out adrenaline. Also in strength, I have traveling pharmacy because I changed my backpack to grocer backpack. So actually I bring two backpacks, two types of backpacks all the time. Chemist and grocer depending on which layout I will use. And here in perception I drop green thumb. And in endurance I drop lead belly and change it with revenant. However, I still keep some of the quality of life perks there. And then in charisma I have field sergeant so I can heal faster. In the intelligence I remove the gunsmith and move the points somewhere else. And in agility I have 5 rank of adrenaline and 2 ranks of gunfu. And in luck I remove good with salt, replace it with bloody mass. I remove class freak, replace it with serendipity. And if you don't plan to use food, I think you can use this setup, but I recommend to change some cards here like covert operative or adrenaline to dodgy. And these are my mutations. I have adrenal reaction to increase the weapon damage when I'm at low HP. And bird bones, this one increase your agility by 4, which indirectly will increase your DPS. And eagle eyes for more critical damage. Herbivore is also very good because it will double the effect of all the food buffs you take. Next one is marsupial, the best quality of life mutation ever. And then speed demon to increase our mobility and faster reload. Now I will show you my armors. 4 pieces of them are unyielding AP refresh, and 1 piece is unyielding poison resistance. And most of them have ultralight and polymer. Ultralight will give you more maximum AP. It will increase your maximum AP by 5 points for each limb. And for the torso, I use asbestos lining. So actually you can ignore all the fire damage from Earle, especially the falling rubbles, the falling embers damage. The game will just ignore all the damage from that thing. The good news is that you only need 2-star armors. The 3rd star are optional. So if you have survivability issue, maybe 2 piece or 3 pieces with Sentinel of Cavalier will be a good option. But I chose weapon weight reduction personally. So now I have 42 agility, and that means I have 500 AP. As you can see now, the basic conclusion of this build is try to achieve critical for every other shot and push the max AP and AP regeneration to the limit. Don't worry if you still can't reach the same number with my agility. You just need around 33 or 35 to be viable. At least on par with anti-armor or blooded fixer, though still weaker than quad railway. To make it perform similar to quad railway, you need at least 40 agility. By this point, AP cost problem is eliminated. The second big problem, it's not possible to maintain sneak while using plasma flamer, because the gun is loud. So the solution is to make yourself just a bit durable, so at least you can't get killed in one shot, like in this clip. That's why in the base perk, I have high endurance stats with maxed out life giver. So that way I can get around 75 HP at least while in my 20% HP. Combine that with blocker and dodgy. Scott's Beast Queen wing slap attack and Earl stomp attack cannot kill me in one hit. The enemies those still can kill me are imposter ship squads and those from daily ops with armor piercing. Now the third problem, range, and the fourth problem, maintenance, which are durability and ammo consumption. Well, there's nothing that can stop you to use multiple weapons, so the solution is just use other weapons. Maybe the same weapon with different mod can also work, just like in this clip. I'm using Enclave plasma with sniper barrel, and it works really great. I can 1 or 2 shot, sometimes 3 shots, super mutant, just like you can see in this clip. It has excellent ammo efficiency. Or by thinking outside of the box, use plasma caster. This thing is a beast for fast critical, even without any heavy gunner perks on me. I can one-shot most super mutants with criticals. The one that I was using here in this clip is a quad with 50% critical and 25% less VATS cost. I think any prefix at least has a 50% critical damage will do the job. So yeah, as you can guess now, I now use this gun instead of the Enclave plasma with sniper barrel. And it's also strong for boss fights too. Problem number 5. Hard to obtain. The solution is quite easy. You can just substitute Enclave plasma rifle with just the regular plasma rifle. You can try to get the Slugbuster. I won't explain to you how to get it as it might contain spoiler for the questline, but it's basically a free weapon. It has anti-armor, 50% critical damage, and 90% reduced weight, and a hidden 20% less VATS cost, which makes it actually a guard roll, and you can craft the mod by yourself instead of looking for rare mod boxes like the Enclave version. Though not as strong as the Enclave plasma, but it still melts bosses. I've explained the solutions to the weaknesses. Now let's talk about how to push it into another level. But I will say it again, these buffs are optional. First thing, use Chems. There are 2 Chems that I can recommend, Overdrive or Psycho buff, or both of them if you're into Chem stacking. I personally just use one at a time. Overdrive will increase your critical multiplier, which improves overall DPS by a good amount. And Psycho buff is really great for your survivability, though be careful after you take it, because when the buff expires, you'll take damage. So make sure your health is not too low when the buff is about to expire. So here are my food buffs. Right now I have them all active, but it's not necessary to do that. First priority is Blight Soup for the critical damage. And the second priority is Corn Soup or Company Tea. But I chose Corn Soup because I'm lazy. But Company Tea is way better. It gives you 20 AP regeneration. The next one is Tato Juice for increasing max AP by 20. And then Mudfruit Juice for agility plus 2. And then Pumpkin Pie for max HP. And the final one is Hard Lemonade. It increases the AP regeneration even more and your max AP. But this one only lasts for 10 minutes. So usually I just use this when I'm about to fight bosses. Oh, look here, the Psycho buff just expired and I took some damage. So be careful about Psycho buff. And right now, because of all of these buffs, I have 570 AP on me. Except Blight and Pumpkin, you can plant most of them on your camp, which is very convenient. Probably you don't even need good with salt, depends on your playstyle. For Bobblehead, I use Bobblehead energy guns or energy weapons. Not bad to additively increase damage by 20% based on the base damage. but because it's very rare, I don't use it on my regular play. And for magazine, you can use Guns and Bullets 9 for more critical damage, 30% to be exact, and then Live and Love 3 or Backwoodsman 6. Guns and Bullets 9 has the best critical damage, while Live and Love 3 and Backwoodsman 6 enhance the effect of the food buffs, which increases Blight Soup effect and some other agility and AP refresh effect. To show you, I take one and then look at this. Now all the effect, including like Blight Soup, now it's 60% critical damage instead of 40. And all the food buffs also got enhanced, so now my AP is 590. But I personally prefer Guns and Bullets 9 because even without Live and Love 3, my AP regeneration is already crazily fast. Lastly, you can use Antique Speedback machine on your camp. This one was from Season Reward. If you don't have it or miss it, hopefully Minerva will sell it someday in the future. And now after using this machine, I have +2 agility and now my AP is 610. And there is one more source of agility, it's Herd Mentality Mutation. It will increase your agility by 2 if you're in a public team. But personally I don't like that, so yeah, I don't use that. That's it for today. Let me know in the comments if you have any question. Have a good day.